Hello, and welcome to the Movie Universe. I'm your host, Movie Fan. I got a request from my friend Alpha Lion Simba to do a comparison video for Teen Titans and Teen Titans Go. And of course, I thought this would be perfect for a Dare to Compare video. So, let's dare to compare Teen Titans versus Teen Titans Go. And since this was my friend Alpha's idea, we're doing it together. And of course, I had to get my pal Jonathan the Reviewer in on this.
Hi everyone, I'm Jonathan the Reviewer from Jace Watch, and once again, movie fan, it's great to be with you in your channel, and it's great to see you again, Alpha, to do a new Dare to Compare.
Hey guys, what's up? Alpha Lion Simba here, and Movie Fan and I are back for another team up. As he said, we're daring to compare Teen Titans and, Teen Titans Go. But let's get started with the original first.
Teen Titans. I have so many fond memories of this series. It was great. The action, the drama, the comedy mixed in here and there, the anime references. It was some really great stuff. I never missed an episode. Teen Titans gave us some great new superheroes such as Cyborg, Starfire, Beast Boy, and Raven. And of course, the one and only Robin. To be fair, they were pretty well known to begin with, but this was the first time they ever got a show. Super Friends and all the Batman movies do not count because they're all sidekicks. For this show, they were front and center, and that's what we all loved about them. We finally got some new heroes, and Robin finally got to be his own man. The action was spectacular with Robin's butt-kicking action that he learned from Batman himself. Beast Boy with his ability to change into any animal he wants to. Raven with her dark magic, where she could move objects, encase them, do whatever she wants to. And of course, Cyborg with all his technology and his sonic cannon. And of course, he was really strong because he was half man, half machine. And Starfire for her ability to fly, her super strength, her star bolts. It was a great combination. Every one of these characters worked together so well, providing a little comedy relief here and there, doing the usual superhero stuff, and even having a little budding relationship. Case in point, Robin and Starfire. It was such a great series that I literally have no complaints about it. And that's saying a lot, because, with every show, there's always something to complain about. It went on from 2003 to 2006, and, well, it faded out just like any other good show.
That's right, movie fan. Teen Titans became one of the best shows that I've ever come across. It has great animation, great characters, and not to mention, everything is so phenomenally well done. Like the characters, the way how the story told. My favorite highlight is the action. And not to mention, the comedy is also well done. And I agree also with you that I felt the same thing, that I have fun memories with Teen Titans along with other shows like Superhuman Samurai, Cyber Squad, Batman the Animated Series, Gargoyles, and so on. I mean, let's face it, each hero has great powers, and not to mention the voice casts are also well done. And do you know that Tara Strong, who is best known as Batgirl from the animated series of Batman, played the character of Raven? Yeah, that is really so well done to pick her. She did incredible, and so do the other cast members, especially Robin. And more than that, Robin has a very good character development. It shows you that he learns a lot from the Dark Knight himself, Batman, to be a great leader and to lead the team. And not to mention that Robin and Starfire have a great chemistry. And when I saw the show and see those moments with them, I feel like, man, they're perfect for each other. I want them to be together. They're like a great, perfect couple.
Once again, my friend, we are in complete, total agreement. This show has the perfect balance of comedy, drama, and yes, action. In fact, this is right up there with The Wild Thornberrys as one of my favorite animated TV series. The animation is absolutely phenomenal. Looks like a hybrid between Western and Japanese animation. And all the characters are likable. Beast Boy was always my favorite character, not just because of his power, but also because he managed to squeeze a laugh out of me. Robin was so tough, and I really like Starfire's curiosity and naivety when it comes to the customs of Earth. Not to mention, She is just great eye candy. She's got to be up there with Wonder Woman as one of the most beautiful superheroines ever to walk the earth. Or in her case, walk and fly. Raven was always a very interesting character because of her reclusiveness. But of course, she's a recluse for the right reasons. But she's always willing to help out her teammates whenever they're in really big trouble. Plus, this show had some very formidable villains like Jinx, Mammoth, Gizmo.
And let's not forget the best villains that the Titans ever faced on, just like in the comics, Slade Wilson, aka Deathstroke, who later became one of Batman's most biggest villains. And I gotta say, the development and the design of this character is so horrifying and really awesome. And you want to know what's really awesome? And I know you're probably wondering, who played Deathstroke? Well, the answer to your question is none other than Ron Perlman, who did other voices for a series like Clayface from Batman the Animated Series. He also voiced Killer Croc from the reboot of the animated series entitled The Batman from 2004, and one of his biggest, and in fact, to my opinion, the best role from Ron Perlman is none other than the hero Hellboy from Guillermo del Toro's film trilogy of Hellboy, which I highly recommend you to check it out, and I will review someday. Along with Hellboy and those two villains, Clayface and Killer Croc that he played, he really captures Deathstroke. Don't you think so, movie fan?
Oh, I agree. He captures Deathstroke perfectly. If there was a better voice for him, then I don't know who that could be. Because he talked in such a subtle, surreal sort of way that it's almost impossible to pinpoint. Just when you hear him speak, you could tell he's cool, he's cunning, and you never know what he's planning to do. By far, he is definitely the perfect villain for the Teen Titans, and Ron Perlman played him beautifully.
Their battles with the Titans leads to some really great, really awesome action scenes. These are great fun to watch. So yeah, this show is really awesome and will always be remembered as one of Cartoon Network's greatest shows.
I agree, and this show is definitely worth it. And don't forget, movie fan, there is also a Teen Titans movie called Trouble in Tokyo. Would you like to tell us the plot, movie fan?
Ah, yes, Teen Titans Trouble in Tokyo. A great movie that I will definitely have to cover one of these days because I've actually gotten quite a few requests for it. But I'll give you the basis. It all starts off with the Teen Titans minding their own business at their tower when all of a sudden they're attacked by some type of villain called Psychotech, who says that he was sent by a villain in Japan named Brushogun. So the search is on to find who this Brushogun is, why he attacked them, and better yet, what is really going on in Tokyo, because, as they soon find out, not everything is as it seems. But I'll have to stop there because I plan to talk about that some other time. And then came the god-awful, the horrible, the horrendous Teen Titans Go! The show officially started in 2013, but actually it wasn't its own show yet. It was more like a little small 5-second clips here and there that they put between the other shows that were going on Cartoon Network at that time. Let me explain. In 2013, at the start of the year, they were doing all kinds of superhero DC comic shows like Young Justice and Beware the Batman. They used Teen Titans Go as a little in-between moment between commercials to try to lighten the mood a little. Of course, it didn't lighten the mood for me, but I guess a lot of people liked it because it became its own show about a year later. And we've been suffering ever since. Wouldn't you agree, Alpha?
Oh boy. Teen Titans Go! Where do I begin with this trash? First of all, the stories are very dumb. Like, there was one episode where Beast Boy and Cyborg said absolutely nothing but the word waffles throughout the entire episode. When I saw that episode, I wanted to vomit. No kidding, that's really how I felt. Which proves to be a big problem with the series. It tries way too hard to be funny, which never works. I didn't laugh once in any of the episodes that I watched when I did my review of the show. I didn't even crack a smile.
I couldn't have said it better myself, my friend. What about you, Jonathan?
Oh, man. Oh my god. At first, I never heard of Teen Titans Go until I've seen a few clips and I've seen some negative reviews about it. And after checking it out for a few clips of any episode, I would say I can see what people are talking about. All I can say is that this is not the TV series that we wanted. If they can call it a reboot of Teen Titans, I cannot believe this is happening. This is the exact opposite of the original series. For instance, Cyborg and Beast Boy acting like goofballs. Raven is acting like, well, odd. Starfire and Robin are acting so complicated and so forgettable. And Robin kept on forcing Starfire to be his girlfriend. In the original, they both have chemistry, as I mentioned before. But in the reboot, it's like it's too forced.
What makes this worse is the fact that it sets a horrible example for the kids. I mean, if anything, it just shows if you want someone to be your girlfriend, force them to do it. Oh sure, Starfire could crush Robin like a bug if she tried, but that's just horrible either way.
And, not to mention, the villains are so forgettable. Everything in this show is so forgettable that it makes me wonder, why did this show even exist? And now that you mentioned Beware the Batman, movie fan, let me tell you about that. I checked out this show, and I gotta say, Beware the Batman is absolutely amazing. I know it's not memorable as Batman the Animated Series, which we'll get to that soon. All I can say is that there are a lot of things I love about the show, like the animation, even that it's the first series to be ended up in CGI instead of hand-drawn traditionally. It's pretty well done, and really look how dark it is. And Batman, this is the first time you get to see him in a black suit instead of traditional like gray and blue suit. And also, the character of Alfred, he's more than a butler. He was a CIA agent. Also, instead of Robin, we get Tatsu Yamashiro, who is also known as Katana. And what about the villains? Sure, we did not get villains that we all know, like the Joker, Penguin, Catwoman, Two-Face, Riddler, Mr. Freeze, Poison Ivy, Bane, and so on. But the villains in this show are really incredibly well done, even that we get new ones. Also, we get some familiar ones, like Professor Pig and Mr. Toad, including Slade Wilson, aka Deathstroke, who I mentioned before, whose later became one of Batman's biggest villains. Also, we got Harvey Dent in it, but in the end, we don't get to see how Two-Face looked like under the bandages. And villains that are similar to villains we all know, like Magpie, who has a really good origin story about losing her memories and all she wants is to have it back. And her real name was Margaret Sorrow, and Batman wants to help her. And she does remind me of Catwoman the way she portrayed. And not to mention, she has a big crush on Batman ever since they met. Anarchy, who to my opinion in this show is my absolute favorite villain in this show, is really more like a terrorist. He's like a combination between the Joker and the Riddler. His greatest taste is destruction, and that's a pretty cool development. And don't forget, Anarchy later appeared in Batman Arkham Knight, the video game. And also, we get other villains like Lady Shiva, another familiar villain, Ra's al Ghul, who appeared ever since Batman the Animated Series, Humpty Dumpty, who you can see that he's more like a sympathetic villain because he's like a kid in a different mind because Tobias Whale and Commissioner Gordon brought him into their war, as he mentioned in one of the episodes, and you felt sympathetic that he just wants to go home and to be like a normal kid, but he cannot. And you felt sorry for him, just like you felt sorry for Mr. Freeze. And also, you got Lunkhead, who kind of reminds me of Salman Grundy for some reason, and that's nice. We also get other villains, including Man-Bat, who in this case is not much of a villain. Also, we get other familiar characters, like Barbara Gordon, who this time not became Batgirl, but this time she became Oracle. And Tara Strong, who is in this show, is so incredible to hear. And not to mention, we get to have better stories and good reasons to follow, and so on. And not to mention, it has great action. It makes you feel like, wow, that is so cinematic. And you feel like you just want to have it as a movie. But of course, the show been appearing only in 25 episodes, and it canceled after their run. Why is that? Because of a short amount of marketing. And here's one question I just want to ask Cartoon Network. What the hell are they thinking? It's like they want to switch the dark elements of Beware the Batman and cancel the show and bring Teen Titans Go to the TV so audience can watch it and to feel like a praise like, yay! This is not what we wanted. Just because it's Cartoon Network doesn't mean they have to do something kiddie at all times. I mean, take a look at Samurai Jack. Was this supposed to be only for kids? No. It was supposed to be for all audiences alike. Even then, Season 5, it does appear in Adult Swim, but that's the side of the point. I can tell that probably Teen Titans Go has a lot of marketing than Beware the Batman. The show of Beware the Batman canceled due to its poor marketing and short amount of marketing, and Cartoon Network canceled it because of that. Let's just say that Teen Titans Go is like a TV series version of Batman and Robin, and I just hope that there are no ice puns
Or Uma Thurman. Ugh. I'll tell you, for me, there is absolutely no comparison because Teen Titans had some great action, great drama, even good comedy. But Teen Titans Go is strictly a comedy, and a very bad one at that. They all look absolutely ridiculous, they act stupid, their jokes are absolutely pathetic, and half the time they're just goofing off. They're not fighting any real villains, and when they do fight villains, the villains look so pathetic compared to their original Teen Titans counterparts. I mean, look at Trigon, Raven's father. In Teen Titans, he was sinister, he was downright evil. He looked like the kind of monster that really would bring the apocalypse on Earth, and definitely one you wouldn't want to mess with. But look at him here. Does he look so menacing and evil? I don't know about you, but I don't think so. What about you, Alpha? Do you think so?
Oh, 100%. This guy looks like a complete, total clown act. But he pales in comparison to what the writers, or should I say the monkey writers of this show, did with the other characters. Start with Beast Boy and Cyborg. These two are such huge idiots that compared to them, modern Patrick Star, Homer Simpson, Cheesy and Chungu from The Lion Guard, and Max and Caroline from Two Broke Girls are all geniuses compared to them. I mean, sure, Beast Boy was kind of goofy in the original show, but he wasn't stupid. Heck, Cyborg was the brains of the bunch. But then there's what they did to Robin. Robin had suddenly become the most despicable, unlikable character in Cartoon Network history. He was willing to abandon his friends, and he was obsessed with Starfire in this show. I am not kidding. There was an episode where she tried to have a night with the Flash, just as a friend date, but Robin, since nobody else can have her, tried to sabotage it. Oh boy. And what's the biggest problem is Cartoon Network just wants to air this over and over again every day of the week. And we hardly ever see reruns of the great shows like Adventure Time or Regular Show.
Throw away Teen Titans Go, cancel the show, and bring back Beware the Batman. Don't you think so, movie fan? Do you think that Beware the Batman is better than Teen Titans Go?
To be honest, I was never a fan of Beware the Batman. It just seemed a little cliche, and I could not get my head around the CGI. I'm sorry, I'm a stickler for the original animated series. However, by comparison, this had some real action compared to Teen Titans Go, which has nothing but stupid jokes. So yeah, Beware the Batman is better than this piece of trash.
Oh, definitely. And to let you know, movie fan, I have not seen Young Justice, but maybe I will. I'm sure it's gonna be good, but in the meantime, Teen Titans Go is not the show of Teen Titans that I would highly recommend for audiences. I don't know why some people liked it, but all I can say is that if some people liked it, then I can say is that they did not know who Teen Titans really are. That's not Teen Titans, that is Teen Titans. The Teen Titans supposed to be incredible, action-packed, and well-remembered. This is not. This is, like I said before, a complete opposite of the original. If you want to see a better version of Teen Titans, I highly recommend you to watch the original. In the end, I rather watch the original along with Beware the Batman. And like I said before, I rather ask Cartoon Network to cancel the show and bring back Beware the Batman while I watch the original Teen Titans.
That's what I figured. And speaking of how pathetic they look, you could clearly tell that the artist who did this was the same artist who did that god-awful My Little Pony series. I mean, take a look at their legs compared to the pony's legs. Don't they look exactly the same? This show is like the Looney Tunes show to me. It's a real slap in the face to the original show that it was based off of. I wouldn't show this piece of garbage to my worst enemy. So like I said, to me, there's no comparison. It's Teen Titans all the way. Teen Titans Go is a piece of garbage that should have never existed. It should be taken outside and burned. The day this show goes off the air, we will all be better off.
Like you said, movie fan, the day we get rid of this trash, we'll all be better off. But thankfully, all 5 seasons of the original series are available on DVD. I suggest that you find them and just binge watch those episodes. Trust me, it'll be better than that reboot.
Oh, I definitely agree with you, movie fan, all the way. And I agree with you, Alpha, because Teen Titans, the original version, is well remembered and best known. I highly recommend you to watch it. I mean, there's so many episodes I like about it, and in the original, they have better stories. Like, for instance, Starfire traveled in time and sought Robin, who just became Nightwing. He looks so incredibly well done and very cool with his skills, including especially his new skills. And also, there's another episode that I absolutely love, and in terms of comedy, there's an episode where Kitten, Killer Moth's daughter, was supposed to go to the prom, but her previous boyfriend, Fang, broke up with her, and she wants to have a better boyfriend and demand her father to do so, and she wants none other than Robin. So, Killer Moth threatens him to take her to the prom. He has no choice in order to stop Killer Moth. But Starfire doesn't like it. She doesn't like it at all. Like I said before, Robin has no other choice. So at night, when the prom comes, Robin and Kitten have their time. And Robin felt annoyed by her. So does Starfire. The way she's jealous of Kitten, it shows you that Starfire has really great feelings for Robin, and you feel like you just want Starfire and Robin to be together. And later on, during that prom, Cyborg, Beast Boy, and Raven found the house where Killer Moth lives, and they want to know how to stop the moths from attacking the city. I'm not going to spoil it, but you have to see the rest of the episode for yourself. But all I can say is that the original show is better. And like I said before, I'd rather watch this than watching this piece of garbage. I'm going to say it once, and I'm going to say it again. I'd rather ask Cartoon Network to cancel the show and bring back Beware the Batman.
And so, taking all this into account, I think it's very obvious which is the better show. Without a doubt, it's Teen Titans, 100%. It is a unanimous vote on that one because Teen Titans Go is just freaking terrible beyond belief. As I've said earlier, the day they cancel this show, we will all be better off. So once again, comparing Teen Titans to Teen Titans Go, there is no comparison. It is Teen Titans all the way. And that's not just me talking. That's the way we all feel about it. Me, Alpha, and Jonathan. And I know there's a few billion people out there that think exactly the same thing.
Well, that's all we have to say about Teen Titans Go and the original Teen Titans. Thanks, movie fan, for inviting me to be on this team up.
I would love to thank Alpha Lion Simba and Movie Fan from the movie universe. Thanks for letting me join you guys in this new Dare to Compare.
Hey, I'm always glad to do another team up. I want to definitely thank Alpha for this because it was his idea to do this Dare to Compare. And I definitely want to thank Jonathan for his input on this. I see a broad future for these Dare to Compare videos. And you know what? I think we're all looking for some ideas here. So if anyone has any suggestions out there, please give me some suggestions because I know we would definitely love to compare.
I'm Jonathan the Reviewer from Jace Watch, and I'll see you in my YouTube channel.
Alpha Lion Simba, out.
This is Movie Fan signing off.